Welcome to the Daily Dose. We do it every single day. Remember, you can follow us on YouTube and please push that notification bell. Today, we're talking about the whole Lakers messy situation. What's the guy's name? Rob Pelinka.
Robbie P.
And we're talking about him and a couple of lies that he's told, right?
Yeah, so this article came out by Baxter Holmes, just pretty much summarizing the mess that the Lakers are in. I feel like every week we get a Lakers story, and it's just like, what?
It's crazy, yeah.
Where? And the article was accusing Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka of pretty much being tyrants within the Lakers organization.
Some were calling Magic Johnson a bully.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, that he was bullying like some of the employees.
Yeah, in the article it says that some staffers were complaining about the way they were treated. This one staffer who was an employee for over 20 years with the Lakers, she got in trouble. She accidentally did something she wasn't supposed to do. She got called into a meeting with both Rob and Magic, and the meeting was so harsh that she had anxiety attacks, and she had to be on anxiety medication for like a couple weeks or months.
What?
And then to the point where she quit, and she all basically said like, and people were saying how much of a dick is Magic for this woman who's been working for the Lakers for 20 years to just quit on them. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on.
That's crazy.
And but you look at Magic, and you know, Magic is that smiling man,
right?
You know, shaking everyone's hands. You don't imagine Magic being a jerk.
Yeah, and here's my thing, like, you know what I mean? We're all from, you know what I mean? We all live in LA, you know, from LA. I feel like if he was a jerk, we would have heard about it a long time ago. It would have been rumors in the industry, but I've never really heard anything except for he's a really, you know what I mean, a real serious businessman, and he's about his business. But to me, that's different than being a dick. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. First of all, he's one of my favorite players of all time. I love that era of the Lakers, Showtime, so no shots. But, I mean, I don't know Magic personally. So he could be very well or very not well. I don't even know if that's proper grammar, but he could very well be that. Who knows? How would we know?
Right.
The people that were quoted in this article said there's a difference between Magic and Irving. Magic is in front of the camera smiling, you know, shaking hands, but Irving is a different person.
That's what I'm saying. Think about between the three of us, how many like quote unquote famous people we know, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And how different they are in real life as opposed to whatever their, like, you know, public images.
Perceived.
We all know people like that.
Right. We do.
Facts. And you also don't become a businessman of that stature without being a little ruthless.
Yeah.
You gotta be ruthless, but I just don't know. Like, listen, I don't understand how somebody could go in there, have a meeting, and maybe I'm just a different breed, but like go in there and you get so berated that you're like, I need to go on anxiety pills.
Yeah, that sounds a little crazy.
It sounds a little crazy to me.
When Teddy was talking about the article earlier on the radio, the first thought I thought in my head was like, okay, who wrote this article? Who were the sources in this article? And, you know, who really fed that information to the reporter to be able to report on all that?
True, yeah.
You know, because if it came from Rob, then, hey, that's your bias right there, you know?
Right.
And I all of us pretty much know, the whole public at this point knows that Rob and Magic are not cool.
Yeah, but Rob didn't escape this article either unscathed. Like, he was, like, they went on Rob as well. The last thing I do want to add was from a Laker executive who said every day you go in there and you get this horrible feeling of anxiety. In the last year, I can't tell you how many panic attacks I've had from the shit that has happened there. So, like, this is an executive. So they quoted an executive. They quoted a staffer. They're getting multiple sources.
Right.
ESPN wouldn't have reposted or put it on their site if it wasn't, you know, like it wasn't backed right.
Right.
Right,
Well,
right.
And I think it's obvious, too, that, like, there's something in that office that people don't want to be around. That's why they can't land a superstar. That's why, you know, the seasons are going the way they're going. That's why all this drama
I think
with
some of them
LeBron.
can't accept change.
I'm glad you said that. See?
I feel
It could
like
be
that's
that
what it
too.
is too. A lot of them can accept change, and a lot of people can't, and they resist against change.
But is it change? I would agree with that, but the only reason I sort of disagree is because all the outside people looking in, once they look in, they run the complete other way. So it's like, what are they seeing that makes like, even if we take it back a couple of years, of Dwight Howard? We had billboards. Come on, Dwight. I'm glad we didn't get him too, by the way, but he ran the hell out of here.
He went to Houston.
He went to Texas. Who leaves LA to go to Texas?
Lil Nas X? I don't know.
I don't know. But in my head, I'm kind of like, what is going on behind closed doors that's so
man.
messy?
Bad leadership.
Lakers are a family-ran organization,
Yes,
right?
they are.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing, because like if they have like they've been doing certain things the same way forever. You know, when they do get that change, like Magic and Rob, outsiders coming in, they're not receptive to it. The people in there, like, so it is changed. It could have been changed for the better, but because it was different, maybe they saw like, oh, here comes these outsiders gonna conquer us, and they
Or it could be changed for the worse.
Yeah.
What
Or
about
they could be like, Rob is a liar. I don't know.
Well, okay, so the biggest lie from this article.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Was Rob, I guess the Lakers had your boy, Dwayne The Rock Johnson,
Mm-hmm.
right? He spoke to the team, and while he was next to The Rock, the people's champ, Rob Pelinka had the audacity to lie. He said, you know what? Acting and basketball, it coincides. I can recall a time with Kobe Bryant before he went to Madison Square Garden and dropped 60 on the Knicks' head. He saw the movie The Dark Knight, and he was so moved by Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker that he reached out to me to reach out to Heath to make a dinner happen. You know, that would have been all fine and dandy. That's all great. Except Heath Ledger died 6 months before the movie Dark Knight was released.
You know, Rock was standing there like, huh?
The Rock was probably like,
Staring at him in his head like, you know, you lying.
was probably like,
The Rock
What
was
is
probably
going
thinking about
on?
working
Yeah.
out and just pumping iron and shit. He probably wasn't even paying attention to little old Rob. But how wild is that, man?
well, that's why I tend to agree with Magic a little bit more than Rob and sort of think Magic might be a little bit more truthful because if a man is willing to lie about something so small, what else is he lying about, man?
That's true.
And
That's
what do you
true.
get out of that? I guess it makes you look like a good agent that you put Heath and Kobe together. You know, like, what were the benefits of that lie?
I don't understand
like,
it
I don't
either.
get it. Like, you trying to pump up your ego in, like, or something like.
R.I.P. Heath Ledger, but I wouldn't even want to see them together. What are
Kobe-
they going to talk about?
And Kobe has distanced himself from everything. He's like, yo, I'm just trying to be a coach
Right.
my little girl's team. Like, I ain't trying to do nothing. Like, don't put me in this mess. Don't bring me up about owning the team, and don't tie him to this Heath Ledger story either. He's backing away. That tells you something. Kobe and Rob go back.
Dang, that's
and even
crazy
Kobe was like,
that he's
fam,
lying.
I'm gonna let
Got me
you
out here
over
looking
there.
crazy right
I'm
now.
having 4 daughters. I'm trying to
And
get a
him
boy.
just saying, him just telling that lie to me is already a red flag in his management. You know what I mean? If you're willing to sit there and just say a blatant lie, and it to me, I'm like, okay, then what's going on behind closed doors
Yeah.
that we don't know about that you're saying? You
Listen,
know?
before we hit you with the call to action, we got to run through some stats. In all the before 2013, the Lakers missed the playoffs 5 years.
Say that one more time. Just one more
5
time.
years. In about 40 plus years of owning the NBA, we've missed the playoffs now 6 years in a row.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just let that sink in
This
for
is
a
a
second.
crisis of leadership, guys. That's
Yeah.
what it is, man.
Is that what you think it is,
I've
Noah?
said it since day one, and I continue to believe that as more and more comes out, I believe that it is a top down and something with the ownership, the management, it ain't right. And until that's right, ain't nothing going to be right.
2 coaches turned us away. They turned us down. That never happens.
The Lake Show, the purple and gold. I'm being your hype man right now.
Yeah. What's going on? No, but seriously, I guess the question is, now that we know more things, more stories are coming out, who do you think is to blame? Is it Rob? Is it Jeannie? Is it Magic? Like, who is the culprit here? And honestly, the demise of the greatest franchise in NBA history.
It hurts my heart. It really does. It hurts my heart.
It's happening to all my teams too, man.
And you know what, too? I went to a sports store the other day, and I saw Laker gear 50% off, buy one, get one free. I was so hurt. I bought a couple shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Just to hold us down?
Just to hold us down.
Appreciate
Because I'm
you.
Laker, but at the same time, like, I was like, dang, that tells me something.
Yeah.
And Clipper fans, stay off our comment section. As a matter of fact, Clipper fans, come
Nah, hop on that
comment.
bitch, Clipper fans, because
And-
I know you guys are happy as fuck right now, man.
Kawhi, Mia, River. Get out of here, man. Lakers fans, attack these Clipper fans in the comment section. Who's the biggest person to blame? Let
Yeah.
us know. Daily
Post below.
Dose.